Congratulations! If you found this video, this means you're probably wanting to study music in college, or you're at least considering it. That is excellent. The world needs more music, and by continuing your musical career, you are one step closer to sharing your talent with the world. Now, with your dreams in mind, finding the place that will train you to your greatest potential can be stressful. I'm currently going through this process, and I have to admit that there are parts that are super stressful. Even though college applications are stressful, my goal is to help you guys through this process, and what I believe is the best way to find the right place just for you. This multi-part series will go over different steps that I took to apply to colleges and music schools. If you choose to follow these steps, I believe you will find great success in the future. A few quick things to mention before we jump into the video. I am a bass player, but this process can apply to players of any instrument and vocalists, actors, and dancers as well. This video is also based off of my experiences and views, so if you have any questions about my methods of going through this process, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. Finally, if you enjoy this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with others, so more people can hopefully get the advice they need in this intense process. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Part 1 is going to be about planning. You don't want to jump right into a situation blind. You're going to want to look at your options and create a plan for yourself. This plan, for me, was creating a list like this. Now, as you can see, this is a very long list. As you can see, I keep scrolling down all the way. There's a lot of stuff on here. But I believe that's how it should be in the beginning. Ignore the highlighted stuff for right now. My advice is to start this process during the summer after sophomore year of high school, which is when I started this process. Now let's start at the top where I wrote down my interests. So right here you can see I wrote down my interests: music performance, music education, music composition, music production, and music therapy. Now you can also add interests outside of music as well. So you could add like engineering or like environmental science or whatever you're interested in. Just put them here at the top of the list. That way you know what to look for in colleges and schools. Because some schools may offer double degree programs where you can do music and an additional field of study. Now that we have our interests listed down, let's take a look at what I used to start making this list of colleges. This is not sponsored, but I just want to let you guys know that I went to niche.com to do a college search. Here you can put in basically whatever you want to kind of find a college. Like, let's see. So for me, I would have went down and did music. So where's that? Right here. So with that, it will put a general list of all of the best music schools in the United States. So obviously we have Curtis, Juilliard, we got New York University up here, Johns Hopkins, Vanderbilt, Rice, Northwestern. We got a whole list. We can keep going down, but you probably want to know, like, what's a good place to start? To start off your list, I would say put schools that are in your state. So let's start with the in-state schools. So you would put up in here where your state is. So for me, it's Texas. And then you'd go to your select music, or really whatever major you want to go into. But because you're on this video, I assume you want to do music. So you're going to put in music here and you put the state you're in. And then it will rank the colleges that are in order of how good they are in the music program for you. So obviously we have Rice up here, then we have Southern Methodist University, Baylor, TCU, UNT. Keep going down the list, right? But you get the idea. So I'd start by looking at these schools in your state and see if any pique your interest. What I did on my list was I pretty much put all the schools that were in the top 100 in my state for music. I originally just started off with the names of the schools. I didn't have any other information like tuition costs, professor names, or anything like that. Once you have your in-state schools, remember just the names of the schools, then I'd start branching out a little more. So let's just say we go for like Oklahoma. Alright, because that's like the next state for me. Okay, so what comes up is Oklahoma City University is the top school for Oklahoma, music-wise, which is actually one of the places I ended up auditioning for. And I honestly didn't know that Oklahoma City University had a really good music program. But then I used this website and found out. And now I'm going on, I've already auditioned there, but it's one of my schools that I have applied to. So, you know, you can find some hidden gems here. But anyways, you'll scroll down and you'll just put whatever music schools you want. You put Oklahoma, Central Oklahoma, Tulsa, whatever you want to put down. And then you just go to the next state. So let's just say Arizona. Yeah, let's just go with Arizona. So who's there? Arizona State, University of Arizona, Northern Arizona, right? So like we just keep going down the list, but you get the idea. So you're going to want to repeat this process until you have put down all of your interested schools at different states. Remember, you should only have the names of the schools as of right now. So if you've done something like I have done, you should have a very long, extensive list like this. Like list or the name of the state and then schools underneath it. Not any of this other information yet. Once you have this list, you can then start the boring process by looking at each and every school's websites for their information. Here are some of the things I believe you should focus on when finding out from each of the schools. The professors of your major, the tuition of the school, the room and board of the school, and the degree programs that they offer and specialize in that match up with your list that you put at the top. This basic set of information should be enough to give you and your parents who might want to see this information a big picture of the school. Once you know the professors' names, I encourage you to read about them on the music school's websites. They should have a list of things including where they went to school, who they studied with, any awards or jobs they won, things that prospect students might want to look for when considering a teacher. Now, after probably hours of doing research, you should have a lot of things written down for all the schools really, just like their degrees, their professors, tuition, all things like that, and just kind of going over, just getting a general idea of what each of these schools might look like without like scholarships and things of that nature. The last thing you're going to want to do, and that I'm going to cover in this video, is to start narrow down this list. Now, how do you do this if you have 50 plus schools listed down in here, like I did originally? Well, this is when you're going to have to start making choices, because you can't obviously apply to 50 plus schools unless you're like really rich. So what I have done is that I've highlighted schools in yellow that I for sure want to visit or have an in-person lesson with the teacher. And then I've highlighted schools in green, those that I maybe want to visit and or have a virtual lesson. And then those that are not highlighted are out of the picture. Like I don't think I would want to go there, or I'm not interested in going there or anything like that. Once you have done that, you can start the next step in the process, which I will explain in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope this series as a whole will help you guys find the best environment to make you all great musicians, singers, dancers, or actors. Please make sure you subscribe for more content and hit the bell to know when I post more parts. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy practicing.